Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with Herbally Hip Tarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing out there? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can hit the bell twice, give me a thumbs up, because I think you're going to like it here. Okay, let's get into the mess that we call the U.S. Okay, Melania and Epstein, open read. I just want to do open read on those two fools. Have I read on Melania ever? I don't think so, but because I've been interested in reading about her. But now that this Epstein thing has come up, she's in a lot of pictures with Epstein and the Orange Menace. So, and supposedly Epstein introduced Melania to the Orange Menace. I want to know, was she trafficked? Was she a part of this whole thing? How in the hell did she go from being trafficked, if that's what it is, to being his wife? Disgusting, but let's read on that. That's going to be interesting, and that could tell us some more information about this Epstein thing. And plus, I want to keep reading about it, because you know what? I want to be on the right side of history, and the right side of history right now is keep the Epstein stuff in the news, because that's what's going to bring us closer to him getting out. Not just that plus the stolen election. Pendulum questions. We'll do that next. Okay. So oh, my nose. Okay. Let's find out what cards we should use. I think it's going to be true crime. Let me just ask that straight up, because I'm sure it's criminal activity. Clear, Spirit, Melania and Epstein, open read. Should I use true crime? Yeah. I knew it. Because it's crime. Melania and Epstein? Yeah, that's true crime. Okay. Let me shuffle, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's read about Epstein and Melania. They are accomplices, and they are partners in crime. So she worked for Epstein. One of you guys asked me, did she work for Epstein as, like, was she trafficked, or was she basically a prostitute? Yeah, she was an accomplice to this whole thing. Or was she also like a Maxwell? Was she getting the girls? Because they said an accomplice and a partner in crime. All right, let's keep going. I got to ask the question. Just a second. Let me see what's in the middle. Dismemberment. What the hell? Is this actually dismembering people? Clear, Spirit. Was she trafficked by Epstein? Yes. Clear. Spirit. From there, did she become an accomplice to him? A partner in crime? Yes. Clear. Did she act like a Maxwell and go and get girls for him? Yes. So it looks like she was trafficked, and then she worked her way up to be a Maxwell, to be like a Maxwell. Disgusting. I gotta ask this. Clear, Spirit. Is this an actual dismemberment? No. Okay. Let's keep reading, and we will get what that dismemberment is. Okay, I just got a message. Let me ask. Clear, Spirit. Is this Epstein and Melania actually ruining little girls' lives? Is this what the dismemberment is? Yes. Okay. Okay. They're letting us know. I've gotten before that he faked his death, that his death was faked. So Epstein's life is, again, the cards are saying, fake death. Dating. Yeah, they had a relationship between each other. Were they actually, did they have a relationship between each other? Clear, clear, spirit. I'm going to say this in a nice way. Spirit, did Epstein and Melania have an intimate relationship? Of course they did. Yes. Look at that. Huge. Look how big that is. They're just nasty. They sleep with each other. He traffics her. She then turns into a Maxwell. She gets him more girls. I just want to ask specifically. Clear, spirit. Did Melania actually go out and get little girls, underage girls for Epstein? Yes, and it's huge. Clear, spirit. Is this going to be exposed to the public? Oh, yeah. She's about to be humiliated. Allegedly. This whole thing is a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. I just asked if she's going to be outed. Is this going to be exposed? Yeah, it's going to be a disaster. Clear, spirit. Is this Epstein stuff going to be a disaster when it's exposed for the Orange Menace and Melania? Yep. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me write the word crazy down because that's just crazy. Crazy. And my last reading had another surprise in it. I'm going to put wow in front of that. Just a second, guys. Sorry. All right. Let's keep going with this reading. I got some real interesting readings today. Well, every day is interesting reading. The stuff we're going through. Yep. Trafficking females, little girls. This is trafficking little girls underage and over 18. He had and little boys. He had to, he had to have what are you into, sir? Little girls, boys, over 18. I got them all. So disgusting. This was what they want us to believe, that he committed suicide. And look, we got suicide and fake death. Of course, cover up. This whole thing that Orange Menace is trying to do a cover up, it ain't working. He keeps saying, look over here, look up, look down, left, right. And we just keep going, Epstein, Epstein. We want the Epstein files. We want the Epstein files. It's not working. He's trying to do a cover up. It ain't working. Marriage and wedding. That lets you know they had a relationship, and they had a pretty tight relationship between those two. There's definitely a nice little past between those two. They were intimate. Were they actually a couple? I mean, I don't know what being a couple is when you're over here raping little girls, but let me ask. Clear, spirit. Was Melania Epstein's girlfriend at one point? Yes. Clear, spirit. Did Epstein introduce Melania to the Orange Menace? Yes. I guess he was done with her. So disgusting. Okay, regret. I think this is Melania. She's going to regret ever doing any of this because she's about to be humiliated. Suicide is above this. Now, does this mean, because I thought about this, does this mean Melania, when she has all this regret and humiliation when she gets busted, is she going to try to commit suicide? Let me ask. Clear, spirit. When Melania is exposed as a child predator, is she going to try to commit suicide? No. Clear, spirit. The suicide card, is that Epstein faking his death? Yes. Okay. All right. Just wanted to check on that. And this is what I love. Justice is coming. Clear, spirit. Is justice coming for Melania and her sex trafficking ways? Yes. We're about to get some shocks, okay? Like I thought, yeah, she probably was trafficked, and I thought, yeah, she probably slept with Epstein, and the Epstein, I'm sure, introduced him to Orange Menace, but I didn't see her being a Maxwell. But now think about this, though. I do see it now. She's very cold, okay? Very cold. And remember when the first presidency, she wore that jacket, I think a jacket, and it says, "I don't care." That is what a good narcissist or a sociopath will say, because they don't care. She doesn't, you can tell she's cold. She don't have feelings. She's cold like a narcissist. She's cold like a sociopath. And I think she's a sociopath. She don't feel anything. And only somebody who doesn't feel like a sociopath or a narcissist would say, "I don't care," and wear a jacket. She don't care. She don't care her husband cheats on her. She don't care. She don't care. She just don't care about nothing. Just like George Minnis, they don't care. It's a lot easier to do horrible things when you don't care, when you have no heart. You're realizing. Okay, let's read your pendulum questions. Wow, that reading was a trip. That reading was a trip and a half. All right, let's read some of your pendulum questions. Okay. You guys, I've never read about Ivanka either. And that's what I'm going to read on next hour. The next hour. My next video. We're going to read on Ivanka. Ivanka's secrets. Her and her little disgusting daddy. Okay. All right. Let's read some pendulum questions to end this little sesh. Clear, spirit. Is Alex Acosta on the Epstein list? Yes, of course he is. He was Epstein's lawyer who got him that sweetheart deal. Or was he the prosecutor? I think he was the prosecutor. I can't remember. Someone in the comments will let me know. Anyway, Alex Acosta is on the Epstein list, and that's why he got him that sweetheart deal. Because he didn't want to be exposed. Good question, you guys. Clear, spirit. Was the Orange Menace a business partner of Epstein, not just a client? Was he a business partner? We already know, yes. Yeah. Those two ran that sex ring together. I got that yesterday in yesterday's reading. Clear, spirit. Is the sex trafficking how the Orange Menace got his money? Yep, and I got that yesterday. And think about this. It's totally believable anyway, whether I got this or not. Whether, my spirit guide said it. How did the Trumps, when they came to this country, how did they make their money? Their riches. They own brothels. That's that same energy, okay? Okay. What's 1 second? You got 1 second, guys. Is the Epstein files worse? Okay, question's kind of weird, but I understand it. Let me ask it first, though. Clear spirit, is the Epstein files worse than sex abuse? Is it worse than that? Yes. Clear, let me ask that again. Spirit, is the Epstein files worse than sex abuse? Yes. Now I thought, what? That question doesn't make any sense. It does. What's worse than being sexually abused? Being unalived. Clear, spirit. Worse than sex abuse. Are we talking about unaliving people? Yeah. And I got that yesterday in yesterday's read. Yeah. That they had these nice little ceremonies where they sacrificed. They had sacrificial ceremonies where they sacrificed people on that island, allegedly. We already know this. We just read on it, but one of you guys asked about it. So, clear spirit. Is Melania involved in the Epstein crimes? Yes. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Okay, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, comments, questions, anything you want me to read on, leave it below. Do something to make yourself happy. Love, peace, and happiness. I got one more video. All right. See you guys in a little bit.